far we come now, 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 now. There's beauty in the unity we found.
What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here and welcome back to another match reaction here on the channel, and today we're going to react to Liverpool winning 5-1 against AS Roma. I gotta say, my freaking god, what an amazing match of football. Mohamed Salah is just like, you gotta give the man the Ballon d'Or right now. I don't care if Ronaldo wins the Champions League at the end. I don't care if he has a bad World Cup or whatever. He needs to win the Ballon d'Or. His performances has just been so much better than those of Cristiano Ronaldo and of Lionel Messi. Directly involved in 4 goals of Liverpool here in a semi-finals in the Champions League. It's just like, do you need even more evidence? Do you need even more arguments? I don't think so. Just give Salah the man this huge amazing prize. Let's show the world that we can actually be real for once and give the prize to a player that actually deserves it. Just like always, please remember to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. You get the deal, you know the drill, so let's get right into it. So I know I said that Liverpool won 5-1. I don't know exactly how it's going to end because I need to go in a rush after the match. So I'm doing my match reaction 10 minutes before it actually finishes. So just as soon as I was gonna start recording, Roma score a goal. This can possibly spur a comeback, I'm not too sure. But if Roma managed to get like 2 more goals or even 1 more goal, it can be tighter than we actually think, because 5-1, it's 5-2, it's actually not too bad of a result. We remember that we saw Manchester City getting something similar against AS Monaco. I don't remember, I think they got 5-3 or something like that, and Monaco was able to turn it around at home. So I don't know about this, but I think that certainly if it stays like this 5-1 at the moment, Liverpool are most certainly already got a ticket to get to the final in Kiev. So right away, I just want to start off by saying that if you saw the very first 20 minutes of this match, you wouldn't think that it would end 5-1. Like, you absolutely wouldn't think that would end up like this, because Roma was absolutely controlling the game and Liverpool were nowhere to be seen. But just something that I was saying on my match preview is that Roma has a very slow team. They have slow center backs in Facio, and that also left hand side with Alexander Kolarov is certainly something that Liverpool can exploit. And most importantly, if they have such an amazing player such as Mohamed Salah playing exactly throughout that flank. So this is something that really we saw it happen time and time again. And for the first goal, I don't know, there was like so many goals, I cannot recall the exact goal. I just know that Salah scores it. Yeah, I remember. It was from outside the box. Salah curled the ball around Kevin Manolas and then around Alisson and then to the top left corner and off the bar. Mwah. What an exquisite piece of football that was. I gotta say, amazing goal. But like I said, for the very 20 minutes, you wouldn't see this match happening, but at the end Liverpool got that a little bit of space and Salah had that time to do exactly what he wanted, and his amazing quality just gave up the first goal for Liverpool. After this, AS Roma were a little bit, you know, shocked, because they were like, okay, we're doing an amazing match and how the hell did we are now losing? And I think that like little like confusion or out of focus just gave Liverpool that extra thing they needed. They just gave it a little more pressure, a little bit more spaces, and they were allowed to do another counter-attack. This time around was the clearance from, I think, Dejan Lovren from across from Checo. The ball bounced to Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah put it down very nicely, and just as about as I say that, Roma scored another goal, so it's 5-2. And just like I say that, I gotta say that it's very important to recall this, because 5-2 it's not a huge margin as before. It's actually quite a different complete match going to Roma. But I think that if Liverpool play the same kind of football they do today, they can certainly get a result in Roma once again. So continuing talking about the goals, like I said, Salah just put it down and then pass it on to Roberto Firmino, and then Roberto Firmino once again to Salah. The pace just able to give Salah that extra little more of breathing room and just confuse Juan Jesus, who had a terrible game, and gave Salah that chance to score the next goal. And after that, it was just a complete exhibition for Liverpool. AS Roma were completely knocked out of the game. It was 3-0 when going into halftime, if I'm not wrong. Let me just check. No, it was actually 2-0 for Liverpool. And the third goal, I remember once again, it was Salah through the right hand side, pass the ball on to Sadio Mane, and Sadio Mane scores the goal. And the very similar goal for the fourth one. These just show exactly how clueless were Roma in defending in that second half, because they were just like knocked out. I don't know what happened in the dressing room. Normally I would say that Eusebio Di Francesco should have tried to shift something around. I think he did a mistake trying to shift around in attack and not exactly in the defense. I think that they should have changed to a back four much earlier, because that would give them that ability to put an extra midfielder in the hold. Because we saw, for instance, in the very first half, we saw people like Nainggolan just pressuring so hard Henderson that Liverpool couldn't start an attack. But as soon as the first goal came for Liverpool, Nainggolan was like out of focus, and he didn't know where to pressure or whether to defend. And if they would have bring somebody like Lorenzo Pellegrini, which is an also very strong, tall, fast and mobile player, perhaps they could have just tried to stop the margin from being that huge in the long run. The fifth goal came from a cross from Trent Alexander-Arnold took the corner, I'm not too sure, but then it was Roberto Firmino who scored the header, and at that moment you just knew that Roma were having one of the worst nights ever. But as the night was ending for Roma, a bad timely header from Dejan Lovren gave Edin Dzeko the chance to score that one goal that Roma needed. And after that came the second goal from a penalty kick from Dio Perotti that gave Roma even another goal. And I gotta say that at the end of the day, this game was like a complete showing of how good can Liverpool be, but the intensity that you put into a game needs to be continued throughout the 90 minutes, because at the end of the day we don't know what's going to happen in Olympico. I found it very hard for Roma to repeat the same comeback, especially against a team like Liverpool, which is not going to change their philosophy at all. They're going to go to the Olympico and play in the same way that they did today, so perhaps they're going to score even more goals or even the same margin. They're going to try to do the same. Roma will need to try to find a different way to approach this game, because certainly they need to be superior to Liverpool in some shape and form, because if they continue like this, I think it's going to be a long night in the Olympico as well. But these two goals for Roma certainly are something much more important, because now the 3-0 win they had at Barcelona seems quite comparable to right now, because it's 2 more away goals and the same thing. So if, for instance, Roma are 3-0 up and Liverpool score 1 away goal, Roma will need to score just 1 more goal to equalize, because they're going to be absolutely the same, because they have that other 2 extra away goal. So we don't know exactly how it's going to be, but I gotta say that for me at the moment, Liverpool just edge it because of that, the performances. I think that in difference to Barcelona won 4-1, but the game wasn't entirely a Barcelona win. I gotta say it was like more of 2 own goals, and Roma played really good, but Barcelona just scraped through winning 4-1, which is quite surprising to scrape through winning 4-1. But in this one, I think that Liverpool were absolutely superior to AS Roma. And I think these 2 goals from Roma just give that extra little bit of hope and maintain that next game in the Olympico entertaining. Because if Roma are winning 2-0, we're all just like, come back. So it just makes that game a little bit more extra entertaining. Just to go with, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave my preview for Real Madrid against Bayern Munich down below, also up here in the info cards. And make sure to stay tuned for tomorrow to watch the review of that match, Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich.